Good morning, children. Sairam. Children, today in history, lesson number 8, tourism and history. We will be doing part 5, and this is the concluding part. Okay. In our last parts, we had learnt about tourism in the past, types of tourism. Yes. Now, children, let us proceed further. Children, let us learn about heritage walks. What are heritage walks? To go on a tour for visiting historical places is known as heritage walk. So what is heritage walk? To go on a tour for visiting historical places is known as heritage walk. One can experience the thrill of being a part of history by participating in heritage walks. The children, heritage walks as an organized group activity has gained popularity in many countries. So children, it's basically a group activity. Okay, it's a group activity which has gained popularity in many countries. Now children, our country has a rich history which can be traced back to many millenniums. Every region of India is full of historical places from ancient, medieval and modern period. So every region of our country, okay, is full of historical places. It may belong to ancient period, medieval period or modern period. Now children, the heritage walk organized in the city of Ahmedabad is well known, and even in cities of Mumbai and Pune in Maharashtra, such walks are organized regularly. Okay, so children, heritage walks are very famous. For example, Ahmedabad Heritage Walk, they are organized regularly, and children, even in Mumbai and Pune also. Heritage walks can encourage people to support projects like conservation and preservation of historical monuments. Okay, so these people, those who are undertaking such projects, okay, undertaking such heritage walks, they can support projects like conservation and preservation of monuments. They collect the authentic information about that particular place and publish it through various media. And residences of renowned citizens, that is, the famous people who have passed away, are also part of heritage. So children, in some cities, these blue plaques with the names and other relevant information of such citizens, okay, they are placed on their residences as a part of heritage scheme. Now children, let us learn what is this blue plaques. Now children, it is basically a permanent sign which is installed in a public place in the United Kingdom and anywhere else to commemorate the link between that location and a famous person. It could be a particular event also, or form a building on the site, serving as a historical marker. Just have a look, children. So these blue plaques, they are being installed or they are placed on the residences of the renowned people. They are also a part of our heritage. Alright, so that is about heritage walk. Now let us continue with professional opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. Tourism and hospitality is an industry with potential to create maximum employment opportunities. And children, if it is managed professionally, it is a very stable industry. Children, it has a tremendous scope for experimentation and innovation. A good number of employment opportunities are generated in tourism and hospitality industry. Let us see how a good number of opportunities of employment are generated. Now children, the country which is a tourist destination, it begins to receive revenue even before the tourist arrives at the airport of that country. Now children, how is it possible? Now children, the tourist, he has to pay for his visa, arrange for a passport, then he has to spend for his travel, he has to get the currency exchanged, then he has to book the hotels, right, that is accommodation facility, then payment for food, then he requires translators and guides, correct, to help him out, and he has to buy newspapers, souvenirs, reference books to know about the places, right. So this contributes to the growth of the economy of that country. So he has to pay for visa, for his passport, then for his travel, correct? And then also children, he has to book for good hotels. Yes, he has to stay in a good hotel. Then he has to give payment for the food. Okay, he has to buy newspapers, buy souvenirs, correct? So this way economy will grow because we will get good amount of foreign exchange if tourists visit our country. Okay, these are the guides, or you can say they are the translators which help the tourist, okay, for going to a particular place, giving him lot of information, right? So we require the guides and the translators. And one more thing children, markets, okay, markets in the vicinity, that is the nearby area, they grow along with the development of a tourist center. So if a tourist center grows, so definitely if many people come there, so the markets also will grow, that is in the nearby area. Hence the local handicrafts and cottage industries also begin to develop. Now children, suppose when you visit any particular place, so you try to get the handicrafts or any things which are available there. So it will be in your memory that you had gone to a particular place and you get the things from there. So the markets in that area will grow. Then the local handicrafts and cottage industries will also begin to develop. And if they are developing, then definitely it creates employment opportunities for the people over there, for the local people. And the demand for the locally processed food items and ethnic handicrafts increases, and it results in better income for local artisans, business people and wage earners. Now children, wage earners, those who are earning regularly. So if the demand for the food items and the handicrafts it increase, then it will create income for these people, that is the local artisans and the wage earners, those who are earning regularly on regular basis. Okay, so now children, for example, if I give you the tourists, those who visit Mumbai, right? So food item, everyone want that their particular state or their city should be very very famous. So you all know that our food items now, vada pav, pav bhaji, these are all very very famous, right? So everyone want to have a speciality of their particular place. Okay, so children, even the handicrafts and so when any tourist or anybody, when you go to any particular place, you like to purchase the handicrafts, local handicrafts which are available, right? And then the speciality of any particular place, right? When you go to Kolkata and all, you get Rasagulla. Okay, south, when you go to south, right? So these are the, and the handicrafts also, the local artisans, their income will become better. So it generates employment opportunities for the local people. Okay, now let us learn about development of tourism in the state of Maharashtra. Now children, you all know Maharashtra is a state blessed with rich heritage. The much admired rock cut caves, then paintings and sculptures of Ajanta, Verul, Garapuri, that is Elephanta. So many people they visit here in Maharashtra. Rock cut caves are famous, and paintings, Ajanta, then Verul, Garapuri, that we have already learned in applied history lesson also. Yes, so the rock cut caves and all these Ajanta, these Elephanta, they are very very famous. So many people they visit here and they visit such places. Okay, then we have pilgrim centers like Dehu, Alandi, Jejuri, Pandharpur, Sheddi, Shegaon, Tuljapur, Kolhapur, Nasik, Triambakeshwar, Paithan, Hajimalang, Gurudwara at Nanded, Mount Mary Church in Mumbai. So children, remember these are all the pilgrim centers. You can get in match the following or identify the wrong pair. So you should know all these pilgrim centers. Okay, so children, Jejuri very very famous, many pilgrims, okay, they come to visit. In there are fairs and festivals arranged. Okay, so people they visit such places. Okay, these are the pilgrim centers. And you all know about the Sai Baba Mandir, right? Many people they visit here also. Okay, Mount Mary Church, correct, this also. So these are all tourist destination, people they visit such places. Then hill stations like Mahabaleshwar, Panchgani, Khandala, Lonavala, Matheran, Chikaldhara, etc. So these hill stations also, children, you have to remember all these are hill stations. Mahabaleshwar, Panchgani, Khandala, Lonavala, Mathiran, so Chikaldara. These are all hill stations. Now children, when we go to such places, strawberries, then right, they are very very famous. Okay, Lonavala, Chikki and all these are very famous. So every particular place has its speciality. So when you go to such places, when you visit such places, you get all these things, right? Now just have a look, hill stations full of greenery. So everyone, they want to go for relaxation, they want to enjoy such scenic beauties, right? So in India, in our state, that is in Maharashtra, there are a lot of hill stations which give relaxation, okay, and they are very good for sightseeing. So many people go for sightseeing, for trekking also. So children, these are very very famous hill stations. Then dams at Koinanagar, Jayakwari, Bhatgar, Chandoli, etc. Then sanctuaries, Dajipur, Sagareshwar, Tadoba, they are among the tourist centers in Maharashtra. So we are talking about the development of tourism in Maharashtra. So we have dams at Koinanagar, Jayakwari, Bhatgar, Chandoli. Children, these are all dams, remember, and sanctuaries. Okay, we have wildlife sanctuaries, Dajipur, Sagareshwar, Tadoba. These are all sanctuaries. So remember all these, children, for objective type questions. Okay, so just have a look at the dams, and Tadoba, it's a wildlife sanctuary. Okay, now the Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation was set up in 1975. So Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation, it was set up in 1975, and it helped in development of tourism in Maharashtra. Now children, this corporation has provided facilities of tourist hotels at 47 places, and together these hotels can accommodate 4,000 tourists. Okay, now children, if you imagine, if one tourist, he pays 2,000 rupees, so 4,000 tourists, okay, how much income is generated from this tourism and hospitality industry? Just imagine. So if we are managing it properly, if we keep all the sites maintained, and if tourists visit such places, then good amount of income will be generated from this industry. And many private entrepreneurs are also providing hospitality services to tourists. Now for example, Taj Hotel and all, children, so there are many private entrepreneurs who are providing these services to tourists. So the Maharashtra Tourist Development Corporation, it was set up in which year, children? 1975, and it had provided facilities of tourist hotels at 47 places, and it could accommodate 4,000 tourists. And there are many private entrepreneurs who are providing these services to tourists. Okay. Now children, let us learn about an unusual village of books. Now children, Billar is a village near Mahabaleshwar which boasts of natural beauty and sweetness of strawberry. So children, Billar is a village near Mahabaleshwar which boasts of natural beauty and sweetness of strawberry. It is also known as village of books. Okay, this is all this Billar. Okay, this village is also known as village of books. Now children, here every household in this village, it maintains a library of its own for tourists. Okay, just have a look, children. Every household, they have a library. Okay, something very interesting. So every household in this village maintains a library of its own for the tourists to enjoy. Maharashtra state government has implemented this scheme with a view to accelerate the reading culture. So to accelerate reading culture movement for the reader tourist to enjoy the beauty of Marathi literature. Okay, so children, here this place is known as village of books, Billar, Pustakatsa Gav. Just have a look, children. Okay, it is written Ami Gari Dan Shabdachits Ratne, that is knowledge is power. Okay, so words are very important. So Maharashtra state government has implemented this scheme with a view to accelerate the reading culture movement for the reader tourist, because they wanted them to enjoy the beauty of Marathi literature enriched by the works of old and new authors and saints. and it includes biographies, autobiographies, fiction, poetry, literature by women, literature on sports, literature for kids, etc. So children, Billar is a village near Mahabaleshwar and it is known as village of books. And every household it maintains a library because they want the tourists to enjoy. They wanted them to know about the Marathi literature, okay, and it includes biographies, autobiographies, fiction, poetry, literature by women, literature on sports, literature for kids, etc. So children, whenever you visit Mahabaleshwar, make it a point to visit Billar as well. That is an unusual village of books. Okay, it's an unusual village of books. Lok Sahitya. Okay, just have a look. Pustakansa Gaon, and it is also strawberries also being given, right? So because it is famous for strawberries too. Okay. Now let us learn next about Mahabaleshwar and Panchgani. Now children, Mahabaleshwar and Panchgani, they are hill stations. Okay. So thousands of tourists, they arrive here because of the cold climate, because of the beautiful scenery. So these tourists are accompanied by guides who provide relevant information on the sightseeing tour. So these tourists are helped by the guides. Okay, they are giving them information of that particular place. And there are at some places there are photographers. Okay, they are present and they click the snaps for the tourist, and immediately after some time they will give you that snap. So it will be in for your memory. Okay, so definitely children, this creates an income for the local people, that is the photographers. Yes, so even for the guides. So tourism and hospitality, it creates lot of employment opportunities for the local people. Okay, then horse keepers, they provide horses for horse rides and horse cart rides. So children, this also, doesn't it generate employment opportunity? Yes. So for the local people, so it is the local people who are engaged in these activities and they can earn good money for their services. So this shows that tourism and hospitality, they provide lot of employment opportunities to the local people. Now children, for example, your guides, okay, even they will earn. Then the photographers, horse keepers, yes. So it generates employment opportunities. So in short, tourism becomes a major source of their livelihood. So children, here we come to the end of the lesson. So I hope you have understood this lesson, correct? Now children, you have to do homework, children, and I expect everyone to do this in your notebook. Okay, now here identify the wrong pair. I had told you to remember all the names of hill stations. Yes, Pilgrim Center, correct? So children, such type of questions appear in your examination. Identify the wrong pair. Matheran Hill Station, Tadoba Rock Cut Caves, Kolhapur Pilgrim Center, Ajanta World Heritage. So you have to just identify the wrong pair. Yes children, here children, the wrong pair is Tadoba. Yes, it's a wrong pair. It's a sanctuary, correct? So you have to identify the wrong pair. You have to write it in your notebook. Okay, the next is complete the concept map. You have to, this also children, you have to draw in your book, and children, remember, you have to draw in the same way how it is given. Okay, World Heritage Sites, railway station, sanctuary, natural heritage, rock cut caves. You have to write about it. Railway station, you all know, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus. Sanctuary, you can write Tadoba. Natural heritage, Khas Plateau, rock cut caves, Ajanta, Verul. Okay, so you have to complete this concept map in your books. Okay, so children, I hope you have understood this lesson. Okay, revise this lesson thoroughly. Thank you, my dear students. Take care of yourself. Sai Ram.